I actually am gonna record a raw file, a fucking raw file of this. Is that gonna work? Check, check, check. Seems to be working. Okay, just so I can polish it in post. I'm gonna polish it in post. I'm gonna raw this file and polish it in post. Okay. Welcome to the Friday night deck review live stream where you guys can submit your decks for review on live stream on Fridays. If you want to submit one of your decks or gain access to the deck submission form, same thing. You can become a Patreon member, YouTube member, starts as low as $1. That's the best way to get a fast track onto this form here to get on these Friday night deck reviews. We've got a cool couple of decks tonight. We've got a Life Gain Marneus Calgar deck, or Marneus Calgar, I guess, which sounds really interesting to me. And we have also got a Derevi Imperial... Jeez, butchered that. And we've also got a Derevi Imperial Tactician deck, which I haven't really looked at. I'm not sure what it's doing, so that's going to be a surprise for both of us. We're going to wait for some people to get in here, and then we're going to get into it. How are you guys doing tonight? Feeling okay? We doing all right? Quasi Quafta? We doing all right? I'm going to pop out. I'm going to pop out this chat real quick. Pop out this. Pop out chat. There we go. Boom. Crazy Crafter, what's up? The Meeps doing good. What are your thoughts on the commanders in the Final Fantasy scene box? And then we got Chrissy. What's up, Chrissy? I have no idea what the Final Fantasy scene box is. Give me a card to look up from it so I could see the set on Skyfall. Squall Gunblade Duelist. This dude? FIC? I'm confused. What's the scene box? This just looks like normal Final Fantasy. Good, how you doing, Mitch? Gonna take a look at two very unique decks today. We've got a Life Gain Marneus Calgar deck, which I'm kind of excited about. That sounds interesting. And then a Derevi deck, which I'm pumped about. I have no idea what the list is, but we'll find out together here. For any of you guys watching or any of you guys checking out the VOD, you can always leave comments during these live streams to suggest any cards we talk about on these decks, because I'm always going to, I'm going to start uploading these edited down onto the channel to showcase some of your guys' deck ideas. So, hopefully that's exciting. Sorry for the guys that were just under that. I'm super impulsive. Avatar coming soon. It is. I thought it was going to be meh because of the art cards or whatever, because they look rough, and they are rough. The set itself looks cool though. I like firebending. There's a lot of cool mechanics in the set that I'm like, I like this. It's a little weird to introduce such cool mechanics in a non-magic thing, but I don't really care. It's whatever. Where else are you going to introduce firebending? Oh, let's be real. There's not a lot of Final Fantasy. There was one Final Fantasy commander that spoke to me. It was a Dimir one. I am at my stepfather-in-law's birthday party, so I will not be able to stay, but want to say looking good and have a good day. Thank you, LJL. Hope you have a good time at your stepfather-in-law's birthday, my guy. Sounds fun. hopefully. And if it's not fun and you're dreading it, dude, I hope you have a good time anyway. You know, hope it goes all right. There's a Dimir commander from Final Fantasy that I really like. I do not think he's a part of this set, though. No, he's not. Yeah, none of these really, like, do anything for me. I have seen these, by the way. If these are the ones that are in that thing you were talking about. There's one Dimir one that I thought was cool, but I'm kind of over it at this point. Not really that into building it. Cool. Let's get into it. So we're going to start things off with the first submission of the night, which comes to us from, let me see here, Wheelmaster. Big ups, Wheelmaster. His submission form here. Actually, let's go ahead and switch over to this. Perfect. My poor Arna deck must be 1,000 places down the line for deck reviews. I think I saw your Arna deck, and we might have skipped it because I think we did another one of your decks, Quasi. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I do need to know that, though, because I could not remember. So that will get pushed to next week, if that's the case. Okay. Cool. Again, my fault. I am so absent-minded. But, hey, we're doing some deck reviews, so that's good. So, I already forgot the name. Wheelmaster. Wheelmaster, his submission form here. Let me make sure we're on the thing here. Okay. He submits a Marnus Calgar life gain deck. It's a power level of optimized casual. We love to see it. That's our favorite power level. The win condition, gaining life, and then stalling out games to wear down life, or infinite with combos. That sounds like some life gain stuff. QuasiCrafter says, you did some of my decks in the past, but not in the current series. Let me just do a quick... Yeah, page 22 is where we are? Okay. Just let me go back to where I saw Arna and make sure. Arna, is this yours? QuasiCrafter, this is you. We didn't do this? That's on me. My bad. It was probably because it's on Architect, if I'm being honest. And if you resubmitted it, maybe that's why. I'm not sure. But we will. I'll put that back in the list. I'm not sure why I skipped over that. Bum, bum. Okay, win conditions. Gaining life, stalling out the game. Favorite interactions. Save someone with access of morality or myself. That's one where you like switch life, the enchantment on your upkeep or something like that. We'll check it out when we get into the deck. What do you hope to get from this review? To show off my deck and to get some new card recommendations. Me and Chad are always good for that. Or Chad and I, whichever. Which type of member are you? He's a Patreon member and a YouTube member, so big ups to this guy. I really appreciate that, my guy. So let's hop over into the deck. So the commander of this deck is Marnus Calgar. He is 2, a white, a blue, and a black for a 3/5 double strike. Master Tactician. Whenever one or more tokens enters the battlefield under our control, we draw a card. It's a very good token engine for, or a card draw engine if you're making tokens, which I'm gonna guess we are. Also, you can pay 6, create 2, or create. Oh, sorry. I just got confused because I expected to read once per turn. You can do that as much as you want. So if you got a mana sink, this is great. You can also use Chapter Master. Pay 6, create 2/2/2 white Asteria's warrior creature tokens with vigilance. Yeah, which will also draw you a card off his first ability. This guy's just a stacked commander. Super, super good. Wheelmaster is taking it a life gain route. So let's see how he does that. See if there's any tags first off. There are tags. I love a good tag. I love a good tagger. Cool. So first things first, let's get into the tag that he labeled 1/1, whatever that means. One counters. We got Archangel of Thune. a 3 and 2 white, 3/4 flying lifelink. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Yeah, we're going to be making tokens. We're going to be gaining life. That's perfect. Exemplar of Light is 2 and 2 white for a 3/3 flying. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. And whenever you put one or more 1/1 counters on this creature, draw a card. This ability only triggers once each turn. It's going to be great. Heliod's Sun Crowned, 2 and a white, 5/5, indestructible. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on target creature or enchantment. Pay 1 and a white. Another target creature gains a lifelink. Oh, we got Petey Pikey, dude. We got Petey Little Pikey in here. Spider-Man, Peter Parker, 3 and 2 white for a 4/4. Flying. When you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It gains indestructible until end of turn. Again, buffing our creatures. We're going to be gaining life in this deck. If my context clues are any good, I'm going to assume we're going to be gaining life in this deck. So, yeah. Drain swaps. Not sure what that means, but we'll see. Drana and Linvala, 1 and 2 white and a black for a 3/4 flying vigilance. Activated abilities of creatures your opponents control can't be activated. Drana and Linvala has all activated abilities of all creatures your opponents control. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to activate those abilities. Yeah, cool. I don't know what drain swaps means. Can someone explain drain swaps? I don't know. I don't know that terminology. Also, Generous Gifts has nothing to do with Drana, so I'm confused what drain swaps means even more. But we'll read it. 2 and a white, destroy not a permanent, get a 3/3. Sure. Ultimate Magic. Holy! I don't know what this one does. I've never actually seen this card. 2 and a white for an instant. Permanents you control gain indestructible until end of turn. If this spell was cast from exile, prevent all damage that would be dealt to you this turn. That's pretty fucking good. This is a $1 card. $1.78. I like that. That's actually good. Saving that one. Okay. Don't know what drain swaps mean. Those are good cards, though. Card draw. Bolas of Citadel. It's a game changer. Pay life, cast spells off top. Yeah. Cosmos Elixir. 4 for an artifact at the beginning of your end step. Draw a card. If your life total is greater than your starting life total, otherwise, you gain 2 life. Good either way in this deck. Life gain or card draw. It's going to be good. Dragskull Reaver. I haven't seen this card in so long. 5, a white and a blue for a 3/5 flying double strike lifelink. Whenever you gain life, draw a card. That's going to be good. Yorsum, what's up, my guy? You're not that late. We're literally like 7 cards in. You're good. Yeah, so when it double strikes, you'll gain 2 cards because of lifelink. But then past that, it's just a card draw engine in a life gain deck. 7 mana is so steep. It's pretty good, though. Once you get it in play, it's pretty good. But 7 mana, jeez. Esper Sentinel, yeah, you're going to pay the X, of course. Halia, I actually just put one of these in my Arna deck, I'm pretty sure. Let me check. I think this was the card. Let me see. I added a couple new things to this. So maybe there might be a little update video. There might be a little update video. Who knows? Let me see if this is who it was that I added. I swore there was a legendary from Edge of Eternities that was white that I just put in here. Yeah, Hylia, Guided by Light. Yeah, I think she's good. I run a token deck, so I think it's great. 2 and a white for a 3/3. Whenever Hylia or another creature or artifact you control enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card if you gained 3 or more life this turn, and it has warp. Yeah, in this deck, it's life gain, so that's great. In my token deck, I'm making so many tokens that I'm just gaining a ton of passive life, and drawing a bunch of passive cards, both of which, yep. Phyrexian Arena, good card draw. Read the Bones, good card draw. Extra life, 5 colorless. We get an, how do you say that? Alhammarret's Archive, dude. 5 colorless for a legendary artifact. If you would gain life, you gain twice that much life. That's bonkers in here. Yeah, $28 card, yeah. If you would draw a card, except for the first one you would draw each turn, you draw 2 cards instead. Yikes, with like half the stuff I've read in this deck already. That seems real good. That might be the best card in here, boys. That's real good. Enduring Tenacity, 2 and 2 black. Whenever you gain life, the opponent loses that much. Comes back as an enchantment. Same with Bond, same deal. Veto, same deal. 3 really good win cons here. Ooh, I like these. These are cool. Yeah, I just watched a video talking about Tom Bombadil and Goldberry. Yep. It was really interesting. It's crazy seeing bulk rares that are now $25 or way more now because of Commander. Isn't it? Isn't it? My whole playgroup had a Cyclonic Rift when we used to play in like 2012. And then like now, how much? 13 years later? 13 years later, we all look at the price of that and like shudder. It's not that much money, but still, like young us just all having one, and it was like $5 maybe. And then people were like, wait, 7 mana isn't too much to just completely reset everyone's board but yours. Like, it's like, yeah. Yeah, we know, dude. For life gain, we've got Ashes of the Abhorrent being 1 and a white. Players can't cast spells from graveyards or activate abilities in graveyards. And whenever a creature dies, you gain 1 life. It's actually really good. Any creature dies, you gain a life. Eat your heart out, Aristocrat deck. You ain't gonna do nothing. Or Impact Tremors. I mean, it probably balances itself out. Authority of the Consuls. 1 white for an enchantment. Creatures your opponents control enter tapped. Whenever a creature an opponent controls enters, you gain 1 life. It's gonna be good. This small CMC passive life gain, it's just the best kind. I totally agree. 3 and 2 black for a 5/5 flying Death Touch. We got Bloodthirsty Conqueror. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. Yikers. Yeah, $50 card. It's pretty good. Pretty freaking good. Distinguished Conjure. 1 and a white for a 1/2. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1. Pay 4 and a white. Tap it. Exile another creature, and then return it into play. Oh, this thing blinks? It's like a Soul's Attendant that blinks? We like that. Who's the commander of the list, Yorsum? Who do you think? Take a guess. Take a guess. I'm curious what who you think the commander is, because it's not who you are gonna think it is. Exquisite Blood. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. It's gonna be good. I have no clue. I'm seeing Esper with good stuff. So maybe... Come on. Saruman. Ooh. Grayson Miones. What up, my guy? How you doing? How are you doing this fine evening? Who do you think this deck is, Grayson? Esper, life game vibes. And my stream froze. Did mine? Hopefully not. Kambal. Opponents lose 2 and you gain 2 when they cast non-creature spells. Really gross. New Kambal. I actually need this very badly for my Arna deck. 1 a white and a black for a 2/4. Whenever 1 or more tokens enters the battlefield under your control, for each of them, create a tapped token that's a copy of it. This ability only triggers once each turn. Whenever 1 or more tokens enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 and you gain 1. It's a very good card. How much is this? $4? Yeah, let's save that one too. Yeah, we'll save that one as well. It's pretty good. Pristine Talisman. Add a colorless, gain a life? Sure. Mana Rock gains you life? Sure. Quasar. Whenever you draw a card, target opponent loses 1 and you gain 1. Sure. Seer's Ascendant, a 1/1 lifelink that's pretty much a 1 white 6/6 lifelink. It's pretty good. Oh, flying too. Yeah. Cabal Profiteering is dope as a fuck. I've been wanting to build something with him for a long time. Yeah, he's really good, dude. He's so good that it's almost like it's 2 on the nose. You know what I mean? I love him in a deck. I think it's... I want to put him in Arna so bad. Soul's Attendant, gain life when stuff enters, of course. Soul Warden, gain life when stuff enters. Spectrum Sentinel, 1 for a 1/2 protection from multicolor. Gain life whenever a non-basic land enters the battlefield under an opponent's control. That's interesting. I actually haven't seen that one. Suture Priest, one of my favorites. Whenever a creature enters under your control, you gain 1. Under opponent's control, they lose 1. Suture Priest is one of the most goated cards ever made. Fucking love that card. Ventur's Journal. 5 colorless for an artifact. You have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain 1 for each card in your hand. We like that. Oh yeah, sorry. Wait, is this a Loro? Let me see. Let me reveal. Marnus Calgar. That's right. That's right. Wheelmaster said Marnus Calgar. I could go the obvious route. But he's a Nyx Lotus subscriber, so he said, nah. Rife Rink. Ah, that makes sense. I hate it. Very fair. He's a busted commander. Ventur's Journal. I don't know if I read this one already. You have no maximum hand size. Beginning of your upkeep, gain 1 for each card in your hand. It's going to be good. Ventur's Journal's a $16 card now. Yikey dikers. That's way too much for that. Anyway, Aetherflex Reservoir. We've got some payoff cards now. 4 colorless for an artifact. Whenever you cast a spell, you gain 1 life for each spell you've cast before it. Oh, no. You gain life for each spell you've cast this turn. That's really good. Pay 50 life. It deals 50 damage to any target. Yo, this is real good. I never thought about putting Kambal in Arna. I may need to do that. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Yo, Nick, any commanders catch your eye from Avatar? Oh no, that was a Ninja Turtle once, and then I was like, nah, I don't like Ninja Turtles that much, so I'm like, whatever. Let me check really quick. What's the set thing for Avatar? I'm just gonna type in Aang. Oh wow, that's actually not a... There's a Seer's Ascendant for you, though. There we go. TLA. I am really bad at remembering things, but I'm really good with art, so I'm going to go through the multicolors real quick and let you know. Let's see. I actually did think Firelord Zuko was kind of cool. And I am not a Mardu guy, so that actually kind of was impressive that I liked a Mardu commander. I also really liked Firelord Azula. I watched like a Maldhound short that was talking about it, and I really like some of the stuff you can do with her. I think that's actually really, really cool. What is this? Create a 1/1 ally. Yeah. I haven't seen this one. Menace. Oh, allies. Yeah, I really don't care. Yeah, those are the two that probably interest me the most. Firelord Azula and Firelord Zuko. I think they're both really, really cool. I just go to Scryfall page and previews links there. Oh, that's fair. Kind of sucks we're getting so much IP crap. Yeah, it does. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like that we're getting like a thing right off the bat that's like, hey, there's gonna be more non-magic than magic. See ya. But it's whatever. When I made this deck, I was looking for Esper that wasn't obvious life gain, but then realized that people actually play this in CADH in high power, so it looks scarier than it is since it's life gain. That's fair. I like that. That's exactly how I like building stuff. That's kind of how I'm building my Derevi list right now. I, like, halfway through the list was like, oh yeah, this is a CEDH commander. This is going to be scary. I just tried to do fun stuff with it, so I respect the hell out of it. I'm super hyped for Combustion Man, Ozai Phoenix King, and Zhou Ruthless Admiral. I respect that a ton. Who's Combustion Man? That sounds sick. I gotta look up Combustion Man. I'll go back to the deck after this. Combustion Man sounds sick. I just watched an X-Files episode that was called Cancer Man, and it was so good. Or like stories from Tales from Cancer Man or something. Oh my god, it was good. Combustion. I'm so bad with spelling. Combustion Man. Ooh. Oh, is he the guy that can make stuff explode? I remember that episode. He can make like shit blow up. He's like a whatever bender, firebender, but he does explosives. Can he like look at stuff and it's like, or am I thinking of something else? Whenever Combustion Man attacks, destroy target permanent unless its controller has Combustion Man deal damage to them equal to its power. That's kind of cool. That's him. Cool. That was a cool episode. Or series of episodes. I haven't watched the show in so long. Actually, probably I'm going to rewatch this tonight. That's on the docket. I'm going to rewatch some Avatar tonight when I lay down. That's gonna be fun. I haven't seen that in forever. Anyway, let's go back to the deck. Back to the payoffs. Angelic Accord. At the beginning of each end step, if you gain 4 or more life, you get a 4/4 angel with flying. Asterion. 4, a white and a black for a 4/4 death touch lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, choose one. Feed. Target opponent loses life equal to the amount of life you lost this turn. Or friends, you gain life equal to the amount of life you gained this turn. Really doubling down with this guy. And I ain't talking the abilities. Crested Sunmare. That's a good one. 3 and 2 white, 5/5. Other horses you control have indestructible? Sure. At the beginning of each end step, if you gained life, create a 5/5 horse. Yeah, there's a lot of ways for us to gain life all the time. This is going to be incredible, actually. Griffinary. Love this one. 1 and a white enchantment at the beginning of your end step. If you gained 3 or more life, create a 2/2 white griffin with flying. Gwahir, my eagle coming through here. Gwahir, an eagle coming through. Sorry. 4 and a white for a 5/5 flying. When Gwahir attacks, target attacking creature gains flying until end of turn. At the beginning of each end step, if you gained 3 or more life, create a 3/3 bird token with flying, and whenever this creature attacks, target attacking creature gains flying. That's pretty good. I like that in a life gain deck, actually. The Book of Exalted Deeds. 3 white, legendary artifact. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained 3 or more life this turn, create a 3/3 angel with flying. I forgot I did that. I literally forgot I did that. I just remember, I just like think of this as a combo card with that weird land or whatever it is. That's sick. Pay 3 white. Tap it. Exile the Book of Exalted Deeds. Put an enlightened counter on target angel. It gains you can't lose the game, and your opponents can't win the game. Activate only as a sorcery. Pretty cool. Yeah, the second part, like, that's fun. First part's gonna just be good. That's always gonna be doing something. The Gaffer is $19. Jeez. 2 and a white for a 2/3. At the beginning of each end step, if you gain 3 or more life, draw a card. That's way too much money for that, but sure. It's good, but like... Valkyrie Harbinger, 4 and 2 white for a 4/5 flying lifelink. At the beginning of each end step, if you gained 4 or more life, create a 4/4 angel with flying and vigilance. Yeah, bunch of tokens. Everything in its mother makes tokens now. That includes lifelink. Lifelink's always been doing it before everything else thought it was so cool. So, yeah, it does it good. For ramp, we've got our Chaomancer's Map. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for up to 2 basic planes and put them into your hand. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, if that player controls more lands, you can put a land from your hand into play. That's really good. I'm going to save that. I might have to pick one of those up. Oh, I like this card. I like that it doesn't say planes on the second half. You can just put whatever the hell you want. I need one of those. Dowsing Dagger. 2 for an artifact equipment that equips for 2. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent creates 2/0/2 green plant tokens. Equipped creature gets +2/+1. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may transform Dowsing Dagger into a land that can tap to add 3 mana of any color to your mana pool. So, yeah. A little slow, but like, I think that's probably fine. A lot of the stuff we've read so far has been pretty low CMC. Knight of the White Orchid, one of my favorites. If you're behind on lands when it ETBs, get a land. I think it's a plains. Yeah, it's a plains. Plains card, so you can get one of the dual ones. Hey, that's always nice. Land tax, same thing. If you're behind, get lands, Soul Rings, Wayfarer's Bauble, whatever. Removal and protection. Aerial Assault. Destroy target tapped creature. You gain 1 life for each creature you control with flying. Sure. Well, I guess you make a ton of like griffins and angels and stuff. So that actually seems good. Anguished Unmaking, good removal. Archangel of Tithes can make people pay mana to attack you, or it can make them. What's the other one? As long as it's attacking, creatures can't block unless they pay 1. Yikes. Pretty good. Fractured, good removal. Fumigate, good board wipe. Ghostly Prison, good anti-combat. Grand Abolisher stops your opponents from popping off. Koskun Falls is good anti-combat. Mashiko Kondo, whenever a source an opponent controls deals damage to you, that player sacrifices a permanent. It's good pillow fort. No Mercy, whenever a creature deals damage to you, destroy it. Huge pillow fort section here, which I love. You're just sitting behind a big wall of don't touch me, let me gain life, let me pop off and combo, or stall out the game. Like you said, I like it. Norn Xenix, Good pillow fort. Propaganda. Good pillow fort. Riot control. Prevent combat damage. Gain life. Sword's posture. Good removal. Toxic deluge. Good board wipe. And withered torment. Good removal. We got some cheese. Oh, we haven't even gotten to the cheese. Oh, I see. Angel of Destinies. 3 and 2 white for a 2/6 flying double strike. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you and that player each gain that much life. So your creatures don't deal any damage. Okay. At the beginning of each end step, if you have at least 15 more life than your starting life total, each player, Angel of Destiny attack this turn loses the game. Oh. I just need to keep reading. What's up, Johnny? How we doing? Yeah, I just need to keep reading. That's pretty good. That's definitely a good one. Access of Morality. It is the enchantment. 4 and 2 white for an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may have 2 players exchange life totals. Yeah, get fucked. Space-Time Anomaly. 2 a white and a blue for a sorcery. Target player mills cards equal to your life total. Yikes. Oh, I don't know if my friend Nate has seen this. He has the Azorius life gain guy, where your spells cost less. I gotta send him that. That's gross. Then we got a sideboard. These are all the cards I'm guessing he's like considering running. Abiding Grace, not a huge fan of it. Johnny Goldman, my favorite Planeswalker ever printed. I can't get enough of this guy. Gain life, give 1/1 to your whole board, create a big avatar. I think it's great. Angelic Chorus. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life, you go to its toughness. 5 is a lie. You have plenty of ways to gain life. Bloodchief's Ascension is one I think you should probably run, right? If an opponent lost 2 or more life, it gets a quest counter. Whenever a card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, if Bloodchief Ascension has 3 or more quest counters on it, that player loses 2 and you gain 2. That seems like an ad. Bloodchiefs, for me, is a definite ad. Boon Reflection's okay. Cut, but some are still good. Oh, these are all the ones you cut? Okay. Then we'll just kind of skip over these for right now. I think Bloodchiefs is very, very good. That still seems great in this deck. Okay, so chat. Come in clutch. Do you guys have any life gain cards you would suggest for this list? I actually do have an Esper deck. So let me take a look. Hey, let me take a look here. Oh gosh, you're gonna see my ding ding. My tiny little beady little eyes. Ding ding ding. Have you thought about running Benny Brax? Just because you make so many tokens? Grayson Mionez is Training Grounds in this deck. No, Training Grounds isn't in this deck, but it would be good. Make Marnus Calgar cost 4 to use its ability. That's actually incredibly good. That's definitely something to consider. I think Benny Brax is really good too. That could be another piece of card draw you could run. Benny's never done me wrong. Benny's never done me wrong. What else do we got? Yeah, you have like 4 1/1 counter cards. I don't think that's enough to justify like a full, you know, a full thing with it. You know, I don't think it justifies a full thing with it. Ooh, Ink Shield's always a dirt nasty card to run. You're already doing the freaking group hug thing, dude. That's true, though. You're already doing the group hug thing. But you are running another card that prevents combat damage. You know what I mean? You're running other stuff that prevents all combat damage. This just does the same thing and then sets you up to, like, never take combat damage again with the amount of Inklings you have. Or just win the game. I love Ink Shield. I forgot to put that in here. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What's this? Goldberry would not be great in this deck. It'd be okay, but it wouldn't be nothing special. What is Marnus? Is he a knight? He's got to be like a knight or something, right? He's a warrior. Do you have any rogues in this deck? He's not a rogue. I don't think you would have any rogues in this deck. Maybe that vampire guy's a rogue. That's the only thing I could think of. Yeah, he's a rogue, but that's it. I was gonna say Notorious Throng, just because that's a pet card that I like. Song of World Soul to go with all the token generation. Song of World Soul. Now what is this? A song I have yet to hear. 4 and 2 white. Enchantment. Whenever you cast a spell, populate. That ain't bad. It's a lot of mana, but that ain't bad. You're already running a bunch of other big stuff. The removal probably needs tuning since it's a lot more into the theme and not a good deck in general. LOL. That's fair, but do you want some suggestions for removal? I'm guessing not. I'm just gonna like suggest some like fun stuff for right now. Those lands are so cool. I love these planes. I don't know if you can see that. They're so nice. Polywog Prodigy. I mean, Polywog Prodigy is just good, but I don't think it like fits every deck. You know what I mean? Moogle's Valor's good. Yeah, I just don't think it fits the deck though. That doesn't fit the deck. It doesn't fit the deck. Okay. Let's see here. Bringer of the Last Gift could be fun for this deck. Bringer of the Last Gift. What the hell is that? Bringer of the Last Gift. 6 and 2 black, 6/6 flying. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, each player sacrifices all other creatures they control. Okay. Then each player returns all creature cards from their graveyard that weren't put there this way into the battlefield. I like this thing. Oh, you have to cast it, though. You can't reanimate it. That's a hard hit. That's a hard hit that you can't reanimate it. Yeah, fun is more fun than good. It is. Fun is more fun than good. That is statistically correct. Let me take a look through my bindings. Where'd I put those? I have found the Bindinsky. Esper Life Gain is an interesting one, especially Marnus Calgar. Ooh. Oh, come on. Amalia's cool. She's cool. White, black, 2/2, ward, pay 3 life. Whenever you gain life, Amalia Benevides, acquire, or whatever, explores. Then destroy all other creatures if its power is exactly 20. Once you get this thing up to a 20, it blows everything up, and then you can smack someone for 20. And you're just exploring whenever you gain life? Which is putting 1/1 counters on stuff, which could interact with some of your other stuff, having lifelink and making them bigger so they gain more. That's kind of cool. I ain't gonna lie. I'm no cap, dude. No cap. That's kind of lit. Not gonna lie. This green LED is making every card look like it's green. And I'm like, having a very difficult time with it. I'm sorry. Bringer of the Last Gift. Bringer of the Last Gift. Bringer of the Last Gift. Ooh, Bringer of the Last Gift. I don't know. It's funny. I would think I have a bunch of life gain shit in here because I don't ever play life gain. But I'm just not seeing the life gain spells. There's a Suture Priest, dude. Love me a good Suture Priest. I wasn't lying. I love me a good Suture Priest. Man, I got like no ways to gain life. Man, I need to get a life. Ain't that the truth? Man, I got like no life games yet. You know what's fun? Tangle Wire. You know what's a good time? A little bit of Tangle Wire. 3 colorless, fading 4 at the beginning of each player's upkeep. That player taps an untapped artifact, creature, or land he or she controls for each fade counter on Tangle Wire. So everyone has to tap 4 things, and everyone has to tap 3 things, and 2 things, and 1 thing. Yeah, dropping that turn 3 is an absolute pain. Yeah, that's fun. I like that a lot. Then you draw a late game, and you're like, wish I didn't have to draw into this Tangle Wire. Yeah, it says land, too. Dang. That is annoying. You drop that early, though. It's like, what the f are we trying to do here? I'm gonna go to Google, or not Google, I'm gonna go to this and look at some life gain suggestions here. Espa. Oh yeah, our boy went to this. Our boy has all the fucking top. Whoa, what about this? Rock's Faithbender's my boy! 3 and a white, if you would gain life, you gain twice that much life. Get this in there. He's so good. I love Rock's Faithbender. Gives me so much nostalgia looking at that card. Wow. Sorry, I got into the funk of it. Sorry, I got lost in the funk of it all. I think it's sideboard. Okay. That's a good card. That would be a good one to maybe swap back in. That would be a fun one to swap back in. Oh, Pontiff of Blight, actual powerhouse, very fun. Oh yeah, Pontiff of Blight would be, Pontiff of Blight would be good. Yeah, some more extort stuff would be good in here. That's a great point. Yeah, like why don't you have Blind Obedience in here? Artifacts and creatures your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped, and you also get the extort part. Is that also in sideboard potentially? I don't see a Blind Obedience. That's another good one. Pontiff of Blight, Blind Obedience. What else we got? Crypt Ghast is like, yeah, sure, whatever. I also like Sorin House Markov in this deck. That seems great in this list. Flips super easily, and then once it flips, you get, like, sure, food tokens, but the minus ability to be able to do damage equal to the amount of life you gained this turn, like, over and over again. Upwards of 3 times. Over the course of 3 turns, but still. I think that's also another really good one. Oh, okay. The new mono black Mai from Avatar. Now what does that mean? Oh, this. 1 and a black for a 2/2 first strike. Whenever a player casting non-creature spell, they lose 2 life. That's just a good card. I mean, like, you're not gaining life with it, but, I mean, that's just annoying as hell. Jeez, that's a really busted card. I'm happy it's a legendary. Thank God. That would have been Igorous. What's this guy do? Firebending 3. You may cast ally spells. I don't care about ally spells or artifact spells. I simply don't care about them. Throw this big boy in there, dude. You want a big bomb in there that has lifelink, dude? Flying first strike, vigilance, lifelink, protection from red, green, dude. Sphinx of the Steel win. Come on. Come on. Trample until end of turn. That's very definitive. I love the old text. Trample until end of turn. Let's take a look. They should suggest other decks with Marnis. Yes, okay. Anything in here that we missed? I mean, if you're going for the like Pillow Fort thing, Mangara is always good. Like deters people from attacking you or you draw cards. I always like a good Mangara on my board. I always like a good Mangara on my board. Okie dokie, what else? I don't see anything else here. Ooh, that actually Black Market Connections would be really good. You should definitely put one of these in here. You're gonna be gaining all that life. Like you're gonna be like at so much life, you can just pop all 3 of these on your upkeep. No, pre-combat main. Jeez. You're some great minds think alike, dude. I was saying a second ago, Ink Shield would be good. I have that in my. I just picked one of those up for my Arna deck, dude. It is incredible. I think Black Market would be great. You have so much like life to work with. You might as well. Might as well be paying it. As far as I'm concerned. Ooh, maybe throw in a Westvale Abbey. Maybe get spicy and throw in a Westvale, dude. Make tokens. You're paying life, but you're in life gain. Who cares? Sack your tokens from Marnis to get a huge life linker. That would actually be kind of sick. That would actually be kind of sick. Yeah, I mean, outside of that, dude, like you were saying, like up in the like removal and whatever stuff like that doesn't feel great would be like ideal, but we care. That's like incredibly slow right now. Yeah, this guy. Okay, so it is doing that. Fuck. Well, I'm on the normal like Linsky thing, so it's working. Oh, maybe. Are we back? Are we back? Hello. Oh god, I hope I didn't just destroy the stream. Hello? Looks back. We're back tentatively. Okay, tentatively. Oh, interesting. Let me see here. Stream settings. Those aren't stream settings. Streaming. Like, what's a... I swore that was the right bitrate for me to be on. That's what it said. We'll see if this works. I'm not sure. If it keeps cutting out, let me know. Yo, can see and hear you. Alright. That's a good start. Seeing and hearing is good. That's half the battle. Now I need you to touch and feel me. And I don't know. Your bitrate's probably fine. Your internet might have had some dips. Yeah, my internet's been dog, dude. We did a speed test, me and my brother today. It was terrible. Absolutely awful. So I'd probably say in my own way that that's what's fucking this stream up. Elendris Hierophant. If you didn't catch that, I think this would be great. Gain life, becomes bigger, dies, get a bunch of 1/1s that also have lifelink. So interacts with your stuff incredibly. It's pretty good. Yeah. Any other suggestions? Anything we're missing? Any like hot cards we're missing for this deck? Hot diggity cards. I'm not sure what I'm... oh, that's a great one. Yeah, that's a bonkers one in here. Yorsum says Alenda and Azor. 3 a white, a blue, and a black for a 6/6 flying ward 2. When Elandra and Azor attacks, you may pay X and Azorius. If you not Azorius, Esper. If you do, draw X cards. At the beginning of each end step, you may pay 4 life. If you do, create a number of 1/1 black vampire knight creature tokens with lifelink. Jeez. Equal to the number of cards you've drawn this turn. Yeah, Elandra and Azors are busted. Busted, dude. Draw a ton of cards. Oh, make a ton of 1/1s that have lifelink to interact with your tokens and interact with your life gain. And then draw you more cards with your other life gain draw card stuff. This is really good. Yorsum, you're knocking him out of the park, buddy. That's a great suggestion. Also, it has a full art. Full arts are so much cooler. Every time I have an option to look at like a full art or like a normal one, I'm just like, the full art looks so good every time. I'm the GOAT, I know. Thanks. You are, dude. What a champ. Alright. Cool. I'm going to move on to the next deck for tonight, dude. Yorsum says old border is the way. I disagree, dude. I love whatever this is called. Is this full art or is this borderless? I'm not sure. I think this is full art. I like it a lot, though. Maybe it is borderless. Extended art. Yes. I like the extended art. I'm a fan. I like me a good extended art. Okay, we're going to move on to the next deck for tonight, which is... Let's get here. Big shout out Wheelmaster, though. Love the build. Super interesting take on Marnis. I love me a good take on a cool deck. So, up next, we've got a Derevi Imperial Mactician. Imperial Mactician. Submitted by Re-Sniper Owl. I thought I was going to say Sniper Wolf, and I was going to be like, whoa. Oh my gosh. The Re-Sniper Owl. Oh gosh. Am I still on screen when I sit like this? I am. I am. Whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? I don't think anybody ever thought of that. Why would I say I was if I wasn't, dude? These are the questions. Okay. So this next deck is submitted by Re-Sniper Owl over on Moxfield. And the strategy is owls, birds, and a bit of snow. Love that. It sounds like a good time in Vegas, baby. Strategy: Derevi shenanigans, infinite bullshit, buffed burb, and big boy beatdown. I love alliteration. I love decks that do shenanigans. This is up my alley. Optimized casual. We love that. Win condition. Dramatic scepter, of course. Interaction with things. Burb tokens. And Derevi. Sacked for Anthem. Ballista stuff. Walking Ballista. Dramatic reversal scepter. You're doing Derevi shit. Okay? You're doing degenerate Derevi shit. Grace Simeone, weird question, but what do you use to make beats? FL Studios. I use the free version still. Cause I'm a broke boy. It's actually like, it's more cause I'm lazy. It's weird. There's been a couple times where I'm like, I could pick up FL Studio. And I'm like, yeah, but it's like, I'll just keep this one. And then I try to export stems and I'm like, yes. Yes, I don't own anything I make. Yes, I forgot about this. I do, but I don't own the bits and pieces, you know. Favorite interaction. I really like Dovescape for some reason. I can tell you the reason. It's really good. It's busted. It's fun. And for thematic reasons, of course, in a bird deck, if I could have, I would put it in a Maha. Oh, if I could have, I would have put in a Maha to auto-kill the incoming tokens, but colors. Fair. Maha is cool, though. It's a cool-looking card. I appreciate Dismiss into Dream, stopping opponents from buffing their own creatures, and giving said opponents another outlet to screw with each other. But it's funny to me that I can turn Derevi into a forced sack outlet, or if I have a Derevi Infinite going, could potentially turn Derevi into a one-sided board wipe. By the same logic of the Derevi Infinite, I could have potentially put in Willbreaker as well, but I didn't think I should have considered theft if I'm not going to go all in theft on the first place. That's fair. And finally, the best interaction of all, thanking you, the content creator, as a fan. Hello, Nick. I started my MTG journey fairly recently, mid-Tarkir Dragonstorm. Oh, nice. Well, you're already big brain for starting that recently. Let's say you're already better at the game than me, so great start. Fantastic start. And I found your channel very early on. The cards that can do many things video was a great help to me, and I really loved your Parnesi the Group plug deck video. Would like to try it out once I can afford to build once more. The deck is very... The deck... Oh, sorry. The deck... I'm going full dyslexic. And I can tell my screen is slowly going into night mode, and it's messing with me. Let me flip it back over. There we go. This deck is the very first one I started from scratch on my own, from a B1 cursed to the theme, as my pod described it, owl tribal deck, to ditching a lot of the owl things to make for a better playing experience. I'm not exactly looking to power up, but it would not be a bad thing to do. I expect this deck to play at a mid to high bracket too, but with things like Dramatic Scepter and Walking Ballista and the Commander tax dodging, if the stars align, I know I could do some high B3, low B4, BS. Ooh, man. And you're a writer, dude? Make some content, my guy. Make some content. This is a good little excerpt. That's a strong hair, jeez. Get out my mic. There we go. Cool. I'm looking forward to looking at this. What do you hope to get from this review? To get some new card recommendations and to raise the power level of my deck. Ooh, okay. And he is a Patreon, he, she, they, whichever, is a Patreon member. Big shouts, my guy. Appreciate it. And we will move on to the actual list here. So, Re-Sniper Wolf's deck here. Rizo's first deck, version 5. Ooh, hoo-hoo. Let's take a look. Derevi. First off, this submission is how I learned Derevi wasn't banned. I just assumed it was banned flat out as a commander. And then I got this submission and I was like, how did they submit this? And I looked it up and I'm like, oh, Derevi's banned in 1v1s? Oh, shit. Looks like your boy's making a Derevi deck, which I already have a little bit of. I already got a couple. I got a little bit of it. I'm not going to spoil it because I want to like talk about it on a video. I'm not going to spoil it. We're going to write. But that's how I found out Derevi wasn't banned in normal Commander. And I'm super excited because now I'm going to bust it out. I've been wanting to build Derevi forever. And now I can. Okay. Derevi. A green, a white, and a blue for a 2/3 flying. When Derevi Imperial Tactician enters the battlefield or a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may tap or untap target permanent. Just as busted as it sounds. Pay 1, a green, a white, and a blue. Put Derevi onto the battlefield from your command zone. That's right. After Derevi dies the first time, it is a 4-drop. Like, permanently. This is just going to be a 4-drop commander. That's it. And that's just as busted as it sounds. Also, every creature that connects gets to untap something. At worst, that's pseudo-vigilance, but you're not thinking big enough. Let's get into the list. Let's see if there's any tags here. No? That's okay. So, creatures. Abominable Tree Folk. This is interesting. Let's see what we got here. 2, a green and a blue for an star. Trample. Power and toughness are each equal to the number of snow permanents you control. When Abominable Tree Folk enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Yeah, that's the snow shenanigans we were talking about. Aerial Extortionist. This is some bird shenanigans we were talking about. 3 and 2 white for a 4/3 flying. Whenever Aerial Extortionist enters the battlefield or deals combat damage to a player, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent for as long as it remains exiled. Its owner may cast it. Whenever another player casts a spell from anywhere other than their hand, draw a card. That's a great card. My cousin played this against me once, and I forgot how good that second part is. This feels like it should be more money. That's a lot of card draw. Rizo, ah, geez, this is my deck. Oh, yeah, baby. He's in the chat, baby. Give us a rundown in the chat, dude. We just read the primer and everything. Great primer, by the way. Also, you're smarter than me at the game already. You're doing stuff that I'm already like, oh, that's smart. Oh, I like that. Arcanist Owl, or Arcanist, whichever. 4 hybrid Azorius. Jeez, for a 3/3 flying. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact or enchantment card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Yeah, sure. Birds. Like, if it's a bird, I'm like, birds. I like it. Go birds. Gay birds. Avalanche Caller. 1 and a blue for a 1/3. Target Snowland becomes a 4/4 land and gains hexproof and haste until end of turn. Yay, Smarlands. Yay, Snowlands. Aven Mimeomancer. This was one of my... That was like the... I mean, where the guy's like... all the numbers going around him. This just sent me back in time, dude. I remember going on a camping trip with my buddy Logan, and we were playing a game of Magic, and one of us had this card in play, and another one played... It was a card that gained you life, and it had Cascade. It was a guy drinking out of a leaf. Yes, Captured Sunlight. Boom. Then one of us, I think it was me, dropped a Captured Sunlight, hit some stuff into play. I just remember that era of Magic, so this just sent me back in time. Loved this card. This is such a cool card. 1 a white and a blue for a 3/1 flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a feather counter on target creature. If you do, that creature's base power and toughness becomes 3/1. It has flying for as long as it has a feather counter on it. This should be a legendary. I want to save this because I may make a video talking about that. That feels like a legendary. Not like the power level wise, it just seems fun. Looks like a legendary. Cool art. Legendary vibes. Gay birds. Aven Mind Sensor. Good old bird. Birds of Paradise. The best bird. Blizzard Strix is hitting the double whammy in this deck. 4 and a blue for a 3/2 flash flying. When Blizzard Strix enters the battlefield, if you control another snow permanent, exile target permanent other than Blizzard Strix. Return the card to the battlefield under its control at the beginning of the next end step. Do you have the Yeti in here? There we go, you do. Isu. I was making sure you had Isu. This is my deck. Katie, my lady, says, scream face, and then bye. You're some Avalanche Caller, and more importantly, Balduvian Frostwalker. Most importantly, Balduvian Frostwalker. What did you call me? Get back here, you Balduvian Frostwalker. Everyone's like, I felt the room get quiet when I said that. I felt like it had some oomph to it. How do you spell avalanche? What's going on? Why isn't avalanche coming up? Oh, there we go. Oh, Avalanche Caller he has. We just read that one. What's the other one you said? Balduvian Frostwalker, dude. Yes. 2 and a blue for a 1/1. Pay 1 blue. Tap it. Target Snowland becomes a 2/2 elemental creature with flying. It's still a land. It's not a bird, but it's like... It's a bird. You know what I mean? Hey, birds. It's a bird. Can't go wrong there. Bloom Tender. Great card. Can't go wrong with Bloom Tender. Absolute nutty mana ramp. I like how there's like a bird and snow theme, and then it gets to Bloom Tender, and it's like... I mean, it's Bloom Tender, dude. It's fucking good. Move past it. Crook Claw Elder. 5 and a blue for a 3/2 flying. Tap 2 untapped birds you control. Draw a card. That seems good. Tap 2 untapped wizards you control. Target creature gains flying. Whatever. Tapping 2 birds to draw a card? Sure. Love me Curiosity Crafter. It's a fun card. 3 and a white, or 3 and a white, jeez. 3 and a blue, 3/3, flying. You have no maximum hand size. Whenever a creature token you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Do we have a lot of creature token interaction in here, or ways to make creature tokens? You've got Hermes. He makes little tokens. I don't know. We'll get through the deck. Maybe you do. Elish Norn. You can't go wrong with an Elish Norn. Again, just like the Bloom Tender, it was like, it's Elish Norn. It's too good. Get past. Move past it, dude. Other creatures get +2/+2. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-, or -2/-2. Nuts. Busted card. Hermes. 3 and a blue for a 2/4. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 bird with vigilance and flying. That seems really good. Whenever you attack with 1 or more birds, scry 2. Sure. That's definitely doing the bird thing. Isn't there a card that makes... that's Simic and cares about birds? Makes copies of birds? Color green, color blue, type legendary oracle bird. Come on. Come on. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Taunos. There we go. Oh, and Radagast. You can run both of these in there. If you don't have these in there already, Riso, these are sick, actually. These would be great in here. So Taunos, 3 and a Simic for a 3/5. Whenever you cast a bird, or I mean a beast or a bird, you copy it. So you just get a token of every bird you play. That's nuts in here. And then Radagast, dude. 2 and a Simic, 3/5, ward. Beast and birds you control have ward 1. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, choose one. Make a 3/3 green beast or a 2/2 bird with flying. Put these both in there, dude. These are incredible. Protect your birds. Make more birds. Make token copies of your birds. Yay, birds. That seems good. Icebreaker Kraken, you're doing the snow thing. I like it. 3 months ago. Oh, gosh. Well, hopefully we can still give you some suggestions, my guy. Icebreaker Kraken. 10 and 2 blue for an 8/8. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each snow land you control. When Icebreaker Kraken enters the battlefield, artifacts and creatures target opponent controls don't untap during that player's next untap step. Return 3 lands you control to your hand. Or ice lands. Ice lands. Return 3 ice lands. Return 3 snow lands to return it to your hand. It's doing the classic Kraken thing. Isu the abdominal. Oh, Isu. Is incredible. This is going to be great in this deck. 3 and 2 blue for a 5/5. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play snow lands and cast snow spells from the top of your library. Whenever another snow permanent enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay a green, a white, or a blue. If you do, put a 1/1 counter on Isu. He gets huge when you play snow stuff. I'm guessing you run a bunch of snow basics, so he's just going to get huge. You can play those snow basics off top. You're not hitting land drops now. And, yeah, if you hit the snow creatures, you can also play those off top. I love Isu. Jubilant Skybonder. 1 and 2 Azorius. For a 2/2 flying, creatures you control with flying have spells your opponents cast that target this creature cost 2 more to cast. It's like pseudo ward. It's gonna be good though. Castrel the Windcrested. 3, a blue, and a white for a 4/5 flying. Whenever 1 or more birds you control deals combat damage to a player, choose one. You may put a bird creature card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield. Hand or graveyard. Ooh, it has a finality counter, but that's really good. Put a 1/1 counter on each bird you control or draw a card. Yeah, that's a banger. That's perfect in here. Wait, where's the bird guy? Where's the bird guy? Hold on. What's his name? Like Falconer? Yeah. Birds get +1/+1, dude. Pay 1 and a white. Target bird gains banding until end of turn. You said you're new to the game, right? I think this is a great suggestion for you then. Brand new to the game? Give all your birds banding. If you want to like read what banding does, here you go, because it's a notoriously confusing mechanic. I felt cringy even saying that, dude. You probably know it's a notorious cringy, fucking hard mechanic, dude. You probably already know. Where was I? Oh, Owlbear Cub. Hold on a sec. Owlbear Cub. Where my stuff? Where my shit? Where my stuff at? I have no idea where I put my playing mats. I have an Owlbear Cub playing mat. I wanted to show you. Man. All I could find was my Manatite playing mat. And that's not an Owlbear Cub. I love this card. The art's so cool. Anyway. 2 and a green. 3/3. Mama's coming. Whenever Owlbear Cub attacks a player who controls 8 or more lands, look at the top 8 cards of your library. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield tapped and attacking that player. Put the rest on the bottom of your library. That's going to be good. Cheat one of your giant bird things into play. Oh, yeah. I learned about banding while trying to make a Vorinclex deck a month ago. Fair, actually. Ooh, Rhymefeather Owl. This is another nostalgic card for me. I remember pulling this. Rhymefeather Owl. 5 and 2 blue for a star flying. Rhymefeather Owl's power and toughness are each equal to the number of snow permanents in play. Pay 1 and an ice. Put an ice counter on target permanent. Permanents with ice counters on them are snow. Sure. Big bird that gets bigger with snow stuff. That's perfect in this deck. It's exactly, you're going for cold birds. Going for the cold birds, dude. Like the Mighty Mighty Ducks. Not bad. Rhymewind Cryomancer. 3 and a blue for a 2/3. Pay 1, tap it, counter target activated ability. Play this ability only if you control 4 or more snow permanents. That's incredible. Once you control that 4, that's like... Yes, sorry, buddy. I'm going to keep hitting you with the spice on that one. Ring Warden Owl. 3 and 2 blue, 3/3 flying prowess. You could probably take that one out there for something. You could take this one out for something. What's better than banding? Venser the Sojourner. Is he the Flash? Is he the Flash Venser? No. Oh gosh. Exile target permanent you own. Return it to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. Creatures are unblockable this turn. You get an emblem with whenever you cast a spell. Exile target permanent. Yikes. This is really good though. I might put this in Arna. Maybe not. I was just thinking for the creatures are unblockable aspect. That is a really good card though. I think Ring Warden could probably go. Roaming Throne, you're naming birds. You're getting all the bird triggers, dude. Walking Ballista because we can go infinite with our commander in a lot of different ways and just put infinite counters, blast someone in the face. I'm sure you got Heliod. No, you don't have Heliod in here. So you're just going infinite with your commander in some way. Oh, you're going infinite with Dramatic Reversal. Wherever that is. Do we not have Dramatic Reversal in here anymore? You have Isochron. What the hell? Am I missing something? Or is it just not in here anymore? Watcher of the Spheres. No Dramatic Reversal. Actually, the current version of this deck doesn't use Scepter either. Oh, okay. Watcher of the Spheres. Okay, that's actually... I respect that a lot. You're going straight cold birds. I respect that. White and a blue 2/2 flying. Creatures you control with flying cost 1 less to cast. Whenever another creature with flying enters the battlefield under your control, Watcher of the Spheres gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Yeah, sure. Make your birds cheap. Cheap birds. Airborne Aid. Draw a card for each bird you control. Or bird in play. Have you played this deck? I'm just curious. I'm curious how relevant this is. I think it's a good card because you're just going to draw a bunch of cards because you're running birds. But I'm wondering how many additional cards do you normally draw for like other people having birds? How common are birds? In a non-real sense. Approach the Second Son, of course. You're sitting behind all these cold birds, dude. You can just play 2 approaches and bring home the game. I've never played this deck. I'm actually getting the last cards today. Ooh, nice. That's exciting. Austere Command, good board wipe. Beckon Call. I forgot about this card. It's perfect for this deck. Green and a blue for a sorcery. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield this turn, draw a card. That's really, really good. Whenever a creature enters, even tokens... Oh, if you got room for Beckon Call and you're in the Bant token deck, that's nuts. Oh, I can't save this one because of the weird-ass art. I'm going to snip it. I'm taking a snippet of it because that's a really cool card. Just so I don't forget. Save as picture. Thank you. Very, very good card. Jeez. Cultivate. Farewell, good board wipe. Idyllic Tutor will get you an enchantment out of your deck and put it into your hand. What enchantments are you dealing with? Oh, fair. You get to pick up a Dovescape. Fable, the Wolf and Owl. Man, who knew birds were going to, like, send me back in time? This was my favorite time to be alive when it was this set coming out. When Eventide, Lorwyn, all that shit was coming out, we had binders with Fable, the Wolf and Owl, big ice birds and shit. Oh, where's the one card that lets you gain control of something? The art has like a big owl on it. You need to run that just because of the art. Art. Owl. That has to come up. Yes. Gather Specimens, dude. Gather Specimens. 3 and 3 blue for an instant. If a creature would come into play under an opponent's control this turn, it comes into play under your control instead. So if someone makes a shit ton of tokens, you can drop this in response, and then all their tokens that enter, you're like, those are all mine, sorry. Or if they just drop a big crazy creature, you can play it, just gain control of that creature. Plus, it has bird. It has bird, dude. Bird on art. Bird on art. No argument. Bird on art. Oh, Gather Specimens used to be in the deck. Oh. Damn. I'm gutted. I'm gutted and appalled that you took that card out, dude. I get it. It's a big, expensive card, but it's so cool. You could just gather specimens, a bunch of little dudes. Anyway, I do respect that a lot of your stuff has pictures of birds in it. I do respect that. I gotta give credit where credit's due. I gotta respect you for that one. Into the north. Search for a snowland. Nature's lore. Search for more lands. Requisitions raid. Destroy an artifact, enchantment, or put a 1/1 counter on everything. It has birds in the art. I really do respect that. Is there other stuff I missed that wasn't a bird that had birds in art? That looks like some plumage. I don't know if it's supposed to, but that stained glass looks like it could be some plumage. I think that's pretty bird-esque. Her hair looks like wings. I'm getting into the mind of Rizzo right now. I understand now, Rizzo. Counterspell. Dawn's Truce for protection. Dazzling Denial for counterspell, plus it has a little bird in the picture. Oh, you probably loved Bloomburrow, dude. Where's all the blue? Look at that little piece of hair. Look at that disgusting piece of hair. I'm like, you probably loved Bloomburrow. And then I say it now, and I'm like, you probably liked Bloomburrow, dude. One piece of hair. Whole different guy. It's going to populate more counterspells. Fleeting Reflection, some good protection. No bird, but it's got a porcupine. Graven Lore, what is this? 3 and 2 blue. Scry X Rex the amount of snow mana spent to cast this spell, then draw 3 cards. So in this deck, a lot of the time, Scry 5, draw 3, instant speed. That's not bad. It's like a Mind Spring with a built-in Scry. Sure. We like that. Heritage Reclamation, 1 and a green for an instant. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. Draw a card. Sure. Good removal. Keep Safe. I love Keep Safe. It's one of my favorite counter spells. 1 in the blue, counter target spell. The target's a permanent you control. Draw a card. I'm going to say that in casual Commander especially, 80% of the time I'm countering something. It's just someone messing with something. Like, I rarely counter board wipe because I'm like, hey, whatever, we get to play more Commander. Unless it's like a one-way board wipe, and then I'm like, hey, whatever. Most of the time, it's like, I don't want you to remove that thing. I don't want you to touch this thing. Don't get rid of my artifact, my enchantment, please. Keep Safe's great. And then it replaces itself. You get to draw a card. I thought I was full, but apparently I'm still hungry with that little cherry on top. It started as a bird deck, then my pod recommended some better cards to make the deck, and the snow sub synergy came later. That's respectable, dude. I think this is sick. Like the snowbird thing, is that snowbirds? I can't believe it took me that long to say snowbirds. Jeez. Is incredible. It's really, really good. Another counterspell, all bird related. Swan Song, Strict Serenade. I mean, come on, we can't get any better than that. Swords to Plowshares, of course, good removal, and Teferi's Protection. What about isn't there Path to Exile with a creepy little bird on it, or is that Swords to Plowshare? I thought there was a Path to Exile with a creepy little bird on it. That one has a bird on it. Path to Exile, little hawk flying. But I thought there was a creepy Secret Lair. No, that was Swords to Plowshare with the creepy little bird. Yeah, you need to get that Swords to Plowshare. You need to get the creepy bird Swords to Plowshare. Where's he at? Where's that little creepy fuck? Where's that creepy little fuck? What card was it? Oh, this one. Gotta put. This will be your piece to resistance. This will be the deck's holy grail card, dude. You'd be like, you want to see how big of a bird deck this is? Check that out. Oh, this deck is just the cheapest printing possible of every version. If I have a bird on the card, I probably have it. Hello. Next time I get an extra buck, I'll send you this Path to Exile or Swords or whichever, and we'll complete the set. We'll complete this deck. We'll get the full completion going. Ashnod's Altar, sack your birds to make mana. We love Ashnod's. Door of Destiny, make your bird get your bird. Let's pretend I lag out. Just keep repeating the same like mouse movements. I'm like, bet. You're like, oh, Nick's glitched out, shit. And then I slowly fade away. Gilded Lotus, good mana ramp. Isochron Scepter's no longer in the deck, he said. Soul Ring, good mana ramp, of course. Sunstone, pay 3, artifact, pay 2, sacrifice a snow-covered land to have all creatures deal no combat damage this turn. Oh, that's real good. Wait. There's got to be a land thing or a snow thing that lets you that like lets you play lands from the graveyard. Is there not? Oh, you need On Thin Ice. 1 white, enchant a snowland you control. When it enters the battlefield, exile a target creature until On Thin Ice leaves the battlefield. That's just on theme. That's just like a super on theme card right there. There's not. Wow. I think a couple ways to play lands from grave might be interesting in here. I don't know how good that would be. I just like the interaction. I just like that interaction with Sunstone, being able to be like, Crucible of Worlds, drop a Sunstone, sack a land. You will never ever deal combat damage to me again. Undergrowth Recon. Oh, at the beginning of your upkeep, return target land from your graveyard to the battlefield. Tap! Rizzo. That's why you subbed. That's why me and you were on the wavelength together, dude. Oh, you're just thinking the same thing. You know what would be cool? Is if I could keep looping this. I need to trust the process, Rizzo. That's my bad. That's on me, dog. It's on me, homie. I forgot. The Regalia. Oh, I like how people are getting so upset about Spider-Man having like bagels and hot dogs, which is, I guess, fair, because I'm not into the Spider-Man set at all. The least favorite set that's came out in a while. I'm gonna be honest. But it's like there's also like a really nice modern looking like Lincoln car from the Final Fantasy set. You know what I mean? It's like they've been doing it for a minute. They're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna keep it up. All right. It's not. No one can stop. What was his name? The Regalia. 4 colorless for a 4/4 haste that crews for 1. It's a vehicle, clearly. It can be your commander now. You can have the Regalia as your commander, which is kind of cool, I guess. When it attacks, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land card. Put that card under the battlefield tapped and the rest of the bottom of your library in any order. Sure. Why are we running the Regalia? I'm not a huge fan. I ain't a huge fan. Undergrowth. The car technically flies in Final Fantasy, or in Final Fantasy, which one is that? 14, as a mount, so it's a bird. Hilarious. This car flies, so it's bird. Keep it. You actually completely sold me. You sold me on the Regalia. The Birdgalia stays. Dismiss into Dream. 6 and a blue for an enchantment. Each creature your opponents control is an illusion, and when it becomes targeted by anything, they have to sacrifice it. Oh. I'm like, and then I think you're a commander. I'm gonna pick one of these up, I think, for my Derevi list. Thank you for the suggestion, my guy. Oh, that's really good. Every time you get a Derevi trigger, just like ping, 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 shooting everything. Oh, that's nuts. That's nuts. That's really, really good. Dovescape, the most birdie of all bird cards, dude. 3 and... Ooh. Oh, my body knew Dovescape was coming. It was like, reject, reject. 3 and 3 Azorius for an enchantment. Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, counter that spell. That player creates X 1/1 white and blue gay birds, and with flying, where X of that spell is converted mana cost. Yeah, everything that's not a creature gets countered. You make bird tokens equal to CMC. I see nothing wrong with this. As a creature-heavy player, I see nothing wrong with this. Eat your heart out, Spellslinger. I don't like it. I like this card. I don't like Spellslinger. In line with Dismiss into Dream, you also have Willbreaker. Willbreaker. Is she the one that gains control of stuff when you target it? Yes. Oh my god, I need to pick up a Willbreaker. You pulled the normal one, you get $1. You pulled the promo one. You pulled the promo version of this bad boy, you got a $17. That's crazy. I'm definitely getting one of those for my deck as well. It's disgusting. I'm also considering Chimil for Dovescape as well. Chimil. Ooh. 6 colorless legendary artifact spells you control can't be countered at the beginning of your end step. Discover 5. Oh. I just started during Dragonstorm looking ass. You're already buying fucking Chimils and Dovescapes. That's genius. Oh, that's so gross. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. You're just like, yeah, I still get to play the game how I normally want to play it, but like you're playing birds now too. We're both playing birds. Oh my god, I love it. Fable the Wolf and Owl is one of my favorite cards ever printed. 3 and 3 Simic. Enchantment, whenever you play a green spell, you get a 2/2 wolf. Whenever you play a blue spell, you get a 1/1 bird. Is it great? It's not that good, truthfully. This could cost 4, and I would still be like, Is it amazing art? Oh, it's some of the best art I've ever seen on a Magic card. Is it nostalgic as hell? Oh, yes. Is it bird? You're damn right it's bird. You damn right it's bird. Mirret Laj's Slumber. 1 and a blue for a legendary snow enchantment. I've never seen this card. Genuinely. Out of all of the Scryfall random searches I've done, never seen this. When it or another snow permanent enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 10 or more snow permanents, sacrifice Mirret Laj's Slumber. If you do, create Mirret Laj, a legendary 2020 black avatar creature token with flying and indestructible. 10 snow permanents. This is very good. That's very easy. Especially in this deck. You're just like, oh, just on turn 10 from like basics. Yeah, I get a 2020 flying indestructible. Oh, that's alright. Oh, that's cool. Gross. Murmurations. Love Murmurations. The real world phenomenon and this card. Murmurations in real life are so cool. I was watching a video talking about this. They'll like form big shapes to scare away other predators. Like a predator will fly up on the flock and they'll be like, big ball. And then the predator will be like, whoa, big ass ball, and fly away. It's so cool. Murmurations, 4 and a white for an enchantment. Birds you control have +1/+1 and gain vigilance. At the beginning of your end step, for each spell you've cast this turn, create a 1/2 blue bird with flying. Named Stormcrow, you're making actual Stormcrows. I love it. I'm so happy for you. Mr. Gamora, on thin ice. You already run on thin ice. That's on me. That's on me. Soulcatcher's Airy. 1 and a white for an enchantment. Whenever a bird is put into the graveyard from play, put a feather counter on Soulcatcher's Airy. All birds get +1/+1 for... Ooh. That's really good. Could you imagine if other tribes had this? Could you imagine if there was a goblin card that did this or an elf card? Especially goblin. Like with bombardments and shit. Ho, ho, ho. Underground Recon lets you play lands from grave. So as we said, we can loop that with Sunstone and you're like not taking damage ever again. It looks like I lagged out a little bit there. Are we back? Like we said, you can loop that with Sunstone. You're looking good. As far as lands are concerned, we've got the snow basics like we expected. All the other snow lands we could find, obviously. We've also got, I saw it here somewhere. Where did it go? Thawing Glaciers. Love me a good Thawing Glaciers. Comes into play tapped. Pay 1, tap it, search your library for a basic land card, put it into play tapped. This does not count towards your 1 land per turn. Shuffle your library. At the end of turn, return Thawing Glaciers to its owner's hand. Good way to get lands into play. Yeah, I just like it. You get basic lands. You can get basic snow lands with it, and you just keep replaying it, getting more basic snow lands, thinning out your deck so you can draw better stuff now. You can't go wrong. What about the OG Mirret Laj? What about Dark Depths? I know it's a super expensive card, but like, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's a $2 card. Get a Dark Depths in here, dude. Unless you already have one and I completely missed it. I didn't. Dark Depths, dude. Come on. If you're going to be on brand, be on brand. Get a Dark Depths in here. 10 ice counters on it. Remove ice counters from it. When it has none, you get a 2/2. It's another way to make Mirret Laj, dude. Fable was meant to combo into Dramatic Scepter, but I'm keeping it because I like the art. Fable. Which card was that? Oh, fair. Same, dude. Oh my gosh. A fellow Rizzo, we're on the same wavelength on this deck. I love the artwork. I love the artwork on this. It reminds me of the every time I say I love like that, it reminds me of the Family Guy thing where Peter's trying to hide Stewie. The cops are looking for him, and the cop comes up to his window, and Peter's like, "Oh yeah, that's our son. He's actually inside this gas station right now. We're running away from the police." And the police is like, "What did you just say?" And he's like, I said nice tie. And the cop's like, "I love this tie." Makes me laugh every time. Every time I say love like that, I think of that scene. I love this tie. It is my favorite. I like this deck a lot, by the way. This is sick. There's gotta be some more bird stuff you could put in here, dude. There's gotta be more bird. What about a Mockingbird, dude? You don't have Mockingbird in here? You can just copy your other snow stuff, copy your other birds. Mockingbird can also copy tokens for like 1 mana, which is sick. You may cast non-creature spells whenever you... Oh, Valley Floodcaller is the other one you were talking about. I definitely think you put in those 2 Simic cards that care about birds. Like, I think those are both incredible in this list. Taunos, I think definitely goes in here. Getting copies of your birds when you cast them is insane. And then Radgast? That's nuts. That's like really good, actually. Kangi's okay. Fun to say. I don't think it's that great. Oh, what about Choco? Choco! I forgot you were in Bant. Whenever one or more birds you control attacks, look at the top card of your library. Look at that many cards off the top of your library. You may put one of them into your hand and put any number of lands from among them into play tapped and the rest into your graveyard. Whenever you play a land, Choco gets +1/+0. That's great. The problem is with this bird deck is that it didn't start out as bird tribal, but owl tribal. So that's why the bulk of the bird card choices were sort of limiting. Oh. That's fair, because like owl's way more like snow, whatever. I still think Taunos and Radagast can still fit that theme. You're just making more owls with them. You're just getting more owls and more bird tokens. But I do get that with like Mockingbird and stuff, because those are not owls. That makes sense. I'm guessing you already looked up Art Owl. So I'm probably not doing too much justice here by doing that. But I'm going to just give it a little once over here. Oh, this is the other guy I was thinking of. Forgot what his name was. It was Donal or Donal or Donal. 2 and 2 blue for a 3/3. Whenever you cast a non-legendary creature spell with flying, you may copy it, except it's a 1/1 spirit in addition to its other types. Do this once each turn. I think this is great. You're just getting more birds. Again, go birds. Yep, already Art Owled. I'm like, hey, dude, in your owl deck that's based around Art having owls in it, or did you ever think about searching Art Owl? Dumbass. That's what I sound like. That's what I sound like. Oracle. Anybody have any suggestions for this deck? Because this is such a niche one. Like I just like it because it is what it is. I don't have a real deck to compare it to. But it is cool, and I would like to have some. I've never seen Mirror Lage's Slumber. I didn't even know there was another card that made Mirror Lage. That's actually blowing me away. It's so cool. Literally did not know that. Oh, it has snow in the name. I was like, how is this a snow card? Well, let me see. Let me check out. Let me check out my Derevi deck real quick. Maybe I have an owl in here or something that I might suggest for you. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm pretty fucking not a wing in sight. I got 1 wing on Sunblast Angel in my deck, dude. You don't want to come my way. I got 1 wing in my entire deck. You would bash my face in. Oh, I have my commander too, but you'd bash my face in. You'd fly right over top of me. I'd be like, what is the... That's me freezing solid. And then over top... I'm frozen solid. Why owls are pecking at my jowls. I got owls on my jowls, dude. All because my deck's low to the ground. Idiot. Okay, so you wanted a little bit of an upgrade. This is it's a little tough. It's a little tough with the oh wait. What about Brain Blast? Hold on. What about the thing that makes changelings? What about the changeling tree? Then everything's a bird, and you can pretend everything's an owl. Owls are birds, you know? It's fine if you don't have any upgrades. I'm at a point with the current version of the deck that I'm cool with. Also fair. Why don't you run what's the card's name? Where you name a creature type and it gets or it gets counters on it and your stuff gets wait, that's Door of Destinies. That's not the card I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the other one that's similar to Door of Destinies. There's Coat of Arms, but that's not the one. Coat of Arms would be good too though. All your birds get 1/1 for each other bird, but Coat of Arms is also like super expensive. There's one that's similar to those two. What is it? It's like the in-between of Coat of Arms and Door of Destinies. Oh, the flag one. Yep. Banner of Kinship. That's the one. Yeah. Enters on with a fellowship counter on it for each creature you control of the chosen type. Creatures you control get +1/+1 for each fellowship counter on it. It's really gross. Oh, Yorsum's saying a flag one from Ixalan. I was thinking Banner of Kinship when you said flag. But there's another one from Ixalan? What's that one? Patchwork Banner was another one. The mana rock that you name a color or name a creature type. That's another really good card that I think would be good in there. What's the one I'm thinking of though? Or what's the one Yorsum's thinking of? Name creature type. Okay. Comes up with 5 cards. I'm like, I feel like there's more cards. Vanquisher's Banner. Boom. Choose a creature type. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1. Whenever you cast a creature spell of the chosen type, draw a card. That's pretty freaking good in there. Oh, Herald's Horn. Herald's Horn's fantastic. That would be great in here. Your birds cost 1 less, and then you just get to dig more birds from the top of your library up. Okay. Okay, sure, bud. That seems fine with me. Making sure there's nothing else crazy here. I mean, Rise the Palisades kind of sick because she's like using ice in the art, so that fits your ice theme. And it also, you choose a creature type and bounce all creatures that aren't that type, which fits your bird theme. So that's kind of doing both the themes there, which is actually sick. That could play really cool into it as well. Ooh. He likes the ice. He likes the ice playing into the bird theme. All right, we're getting somewhere. Hold on. I'm feeling active. Hold on a second. Rally in the ranks is boring as hell. What the hell? Name a type. Yeah, that one gets 1/1. It's like, okay. It's like, thank you for the most boring buff you could have given me. I appreciate it. We'll give one more once over here before we dippity doo dah dippity day. Bye, yo boy, what a wonderful base. That was rough. I might have to hop off after that one. Jeez Louise. Okay. Imposter mech's kind of cool. Doesn't really care about any. It looks snowy though. It looks kind of snowy there though. I'm gonna page 3. I'm gonna page 3. Maybe this is a no, I'm gonna page 4. Maybe this is a page 4 right here. Huh? Uh-huh. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. For the ancestors, I mean, the art isn't fitting with your deck at all. As a card, that's not bad at all, though. 2 and a green, choose a creature type, look at the top 6, and put all cards of the chosen type into your hand, the rest on the bottom. You could hit a ton of birds. Just, like, fill your hand up. That ain't bad. If only it was Azula, Queen Among Birds. Then we'd be talking. Harsh Mercy. Each player chooses a creature type. Destroy all creatures that aren't of the chosen type. Of the type chosen this way. 3 mana. That's actually really good. No, I'm not too worried about the art anymore. I think I have my owls in strategic big play points. That's fair. I like that. Then that other card might be pretty decent. Harsh Mercies is actually great. That might be something to consider. Oh yeah, Call of Kindred would be cool. 3 and a blue enchantment, or at the beginning of your upkeep, you may look at the top 5 cards of your library. If you do, you may put a creature card that shares a creature type with the enchanted creature from among them into play, and the rest on the bottom. That'd be pretty good in here, actually. Brandon Melkor, love the videos, man. Always nice to see what you're cooking up. I appreciate it, Brandon. I love the chat, and always like to see what you're joining up with. We're actually, unfortunately, about to end this stream, though. Trying to finish up this deck, see if we have any last-minute suggestions. See if you've got anything. Brandon Melkor might be your savior right now, Riso. Brendan Melkor. Our boy Riso's got a Derevi owl bird deck. He likes birds, mainly owls. And it's also a snow deck, so it's like, it's snowbirds. Snowbirds! You got any suggestions? Anything off the top of your deck? Or off the top of your head? Somberwald Sage. I love Somberwald Sage. I think that shit's just a busted card. Add 3 mana of any one color. Use this to only cast creatures. That's actually perfect in here. It has a picture of an owl, first off, and you have a ton of big ass owls that are like way too much mana. Somberwald Sage makes a lot of those cards like justifiable. 100%. Wooden Dread coming in clutch with that one. And the last minute swish from Wooden Dread coming in with the Somberwald Sage. It's a really good one. I don't have anything. It sounds like a fun concept. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. It's a very unique concept. I could honestly say I've never seen a owl snow deck, and it is incredible how nostalgic I find it. Because so many of the cards just happen to be from like when I really early on started playing Magic. And I love it. It's so cool to look at. Yeah, I mean like Owl Bear Cub's another one. That's the only thing I could think of. Or not Owl Bear Cub, like an Owl Bear. What about the straight up Owl Bear? You run the cub. You run the fucking cub, bro. You might as well play the boy. 5-drop, 4/4 trample. That's the beefiest bird you got. Take out that one bird and put in Owlbear. Come on. Take out Ring Warden Owl and put in Owlbear. Come on. It's an owl. It's also way funnier. You got a swole owl in there now, dude. Can't go wrong there. Are we good? Are we fucking good? You alright? Is the crowd okay? You just hear a fucking, yeah! You see like 300 people walk past me and leave. Wouldn't that be crazy? I had a whole live show going on behind here. That is fair. Ring Warden was also supposed to combo into Dramatic Scepter. Oh, there you go. Boom. Just, oh, with the prowess and shit. Fair. Yeah. Owlbear, dude. You got the Owlbear and the cub. Add some of that tribal stuff to bump up those owls and make them bigger and way more of a threat. A bunch of that tribal stuff will turn this deck up incredibly high. The Somberwald Sage will be great in here. If you're down to like run some stuff that's maybe not like birds or snow art-wise or whatever, but helps the deck's theme, like a couple more cards that produce big mana like that could be useful. So like, let me go to my Derevi list really quick because I have some big mana in here. So like Sylvala, like tap to add X mana of any combination where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Like you have a bunch of big ass birds. Like let's see. Like if you have Isu out, you're tapping that for 5 mana. Icebreaker, you're tapping it for 8. Owlbear, you're tapping it for 3. Curiosity, you're tapping it for 3. Ariel, you're tapping it for 4. Like Not bad. Rhyme Feather Owl, you could be tapping it for an insane amount. I think those are going to be good. Any way to make those owls and stuff easier to play because they're kind of big would be great. But yeah. Snow version of 3 Tree City. If they do not have that. I think they did. Oh, yeah, I forgot they had the 4 different... they don't. I forgot they had the 4... I thought... yeah, I was thinking something else. I was thinking that was a Snowland. That's such a cool idea. I really like that. Threefold City has a snow art where it's all icicled out, and you can choose a creature type and add mana for that creature type. It's a $40 land, but like that art is incredible, and it fits your deck so good. That's an aesthetic must for the deck. That's insane art. Are you kidding me? It looks so good. Damn. Nice suggestion there. That's a gorgeous piece of art. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's cute. Okay. Starting to do voices. That's when you know I gotta dip. Well, I know what cards to get for my holidays. Yeah, for real. That's so freaking sick. Are you kidding me? Wow. Awesome. I appreciate you guys a ton. Thanks for checking out the stream. I hope I was at all useful and helpful. I know you guys were helpful to me and useful because this was hella entertaining. This deck was very, very cool. 2 very, very cool decks, actually. Let's not forget Marnia's Calgar Life Gain. That's a really cool concept. So, my people. Marnia's Calgar Life Gain, and then the Snowbirds. I found my people, dude. Appreciate the submissions. Hope you guys have a great night. If you'd like to submit your own cards, of course, you can become a YouTube or Patreon member for as low as $1. Helps me out a ton. With that, we're going to hop off here. VOD's going to be uploaded on the channel. Download the VOD tomorrow, do some editing, and then we'll upload like a showcase of the 2 decks on the channel. See how you guys like that, how it performs, how it does. And yeah, anyway, peace out. Daddy's going to get a snack. We got a crying baby in the house. I'm going to see if I can get her to smile. And then I'm going to make me smile by getting a snack. Peace.